Okay?
I'm audible?
Yes. Now you are audible.
Okay, thank you.
We were able to hear.
I
Am I
was
audible?
out my connection.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, yes, you are.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi. How are you?
Fine, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
All good. Very excited.
Ma'am, today I will be in instead of Kavita, ma'am.
Mm.
And first three summarization of the hygiene speakers will be summarized by me, ma'am. Both are having some work, so I have joined.
Okay. Then rest, who will do?
Tanuja ma'am will join. She is not joining means I will proceed.
Okay.
Up to Tanuja ma'am joins, I will be there in the meeting.
We'll start the meeting as soon as Dr. Virginia is managed to join us. Okay? Almost everybody
Okay,
has
ma'am.
joined.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. We are
Okay,
just
ma'am.
waiting for Dr. Virginia to join and then we will start. Hmm. Dr. Renuka, should we start the session?
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Dr. Virginia.
I was in the wrong.
Hi, Virginia.
I was in the wrong Zoom.
Now,
Hi, Anita. Hi. Okay. So I think.
If you want, yeah.
hi,
you've got
my
the
dear.
backdrop.
Hi.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. I was in the wrong Zoom,
No
and
bad.
I was all by myself, and I'm like, "Where's everybody?" Okay. So yeah. Hi, everyone.
So it's, yeah, all good. And I'm just checking with Dr. Renuka. Ma'am
Okay.
has to start the recording.
Okay. So let me just get
Recording in progress.
Okay. Yes, we can start, Dr. Virginia.
Okay. Wonderful. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are in the world. We are so excited to have you here with us in the G20 Youth Cabinet, where we want to inspire, ignite, and initiate. The G20 Summit is an annual international forum that convenes leaders from the most significant global economies to address and discuss economic challenges that affect the world. The forum provides an exceptional platform for dialogue and collaboration among the participating nations. The summit's primary objective is to really develop and implement policies to enhance financial stability and promote sustainable economic growth around the world. The G20 Summit is a critical event that happens where leaders engage in crucial discussion about trade, crucial innovation, investments, and international cooperation. The summit also offers a unique opportunity for leaders to establish and strengthen their relationships with their global counterparts, fostering a more cohesive and prosperous global community. The countries involved in the G20 are Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Mexico, Republic of Korea, Saudi Arabia, Russia, South Africa, Turkey, United Kingdom, United States, the European Union that's represented by the President of the European Commission and the President of the European Council. The objectives of the G20 summit are multifaceted and encompass various global issues. Some of the key objectives are, number one, economic growth, promoting sustainable, balanced economic growth globally. Number two, international trade, enhancing international trade and investment to foster job creation and economic development. Number three, financial stability, strengthening the stability and resilience of the international financial system. Four, sustainable development, addressing global challenges, including climate change, poverty eradication, and sustainable development. Number five, infrastructure investment, promoting infrastructure developing to support economic growth and connectivity. Six, digital economy, advancing digitalization and harnessing the potential of new technologies for inclusive growth. Employment and education, creating opportunities for quality education and skill development. Eight, global health, collaborating on a global health challenges, including pandemics and access to affordable health care. NGOs and online organizations such as ours are crucial in supporting the summit's success. They contribute in several ways. Number one, advocacy. NGOs and online organizations raise awareness about key issues and advocate for specific policies or actions. Two, the research and analysis. They provide valuable research data and analysis, assisting policymakers in making informed decisions. Partnerships. NGOs and online organizations such as ours collaborate with governments, businesses, and other stakeholders to implement projects and initiatives that align with the summit's objectives. Grassroots engagement. These organizations are probably the most important. They engage with local communities and individuals, amplifying their voices and addressing their global needs. Knowledge sharing. NGOs and online organizations facilitate knowledge sharing and capacity building through workshops, conferences, and online platforms, supporting the exchange of the best practices and innovative solutions. One of these organizations is IIU. IIU is the leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, renowned for its initiative programs and commitment to providing education to all. We've been here since 2020 by providing high quality virtual education to young and all leaders worldwide. Under the visionary foundership of Mr. Piyush Pandit, a dedicated social activist and passionate educationist, IIU has rapidly expanded its reach, establishing a presence in 195 countries across 6 continents. This remarkable growth is a testament to IIU's trusted reputation and its mission to offer accessible, inclusive, and diverse education to students in every corner of the world. IIU is recognized as a skill-driven education. It is the key to educate a future world leaders and shakers, future world leaders and the shakers of a new world where, thanks to technology, we can all reach. Another one of our great community partners is GSFN, the Global Sustainable Finance Network. It's a voluntary membership-based global initiative launched by the European Organization for Sustainable Development and the Association of Development Financing Institutions in Asia and the Pacific. It was launched in 2011 under the auspices of the World Federation of Development Financing Institutions. Its mission is to promote sustainable finance through initiatives and provide growth opportunities to its members, enhance their capabilities, foster innovation, and bring together stakeholders to promote a model of financial industry that is based on sustainable practices. The objectives of the GSFN provide a common platform that helps its members' financial institutions benefit from opportunities emerging through transformation to sustainable economy, support its members in developing capacities to integrate sustainable across the board, foster initiatives that help build public-private partnerships, They offer networking opportunities to members so they can actually be part of a multilateral organization, government body, businesses and industry, and other stakeholders. They provide a forum to support and develop and execute sustainable finance policies and practices. They present a marketplace for members to promote their sustainable finance ideas, expertise, products, and services. They perform any other task that promotes sustainable finance. Our other amazing and very participative community partner is iGen. The 74 million young Americans born between 1995 and 2012 comprise the most important generation in the nation's history, both in size and in composition. 1 out of 4 Americans from the age of 5 to 22 have been collectively dubbed the iGen generation, which is shortened for the descriptor of Internet generation. Not only has it become the largest social cohort, outnumbering millennials and baby boomers, the iGen generation, or the iGeners, is also the most ethnically diverse generation compared to its predecessors. Our other international community partner is International R&D Group. They facilitate and promote all technical and non-technical research and development. It gives all people of the world and universe a platform to expose and show their R&D, their talents, creativity, cultural, or educational platform. The International R&D Group is associated with 292 international journals of different streams in India, and across the world, 1,000 of these international journals are also associated with us in the journal research development. We want to make sure that it gives people of the world and the universe a platform to expose and show their R&D, talents, and creativity. Educational growth and surveys research facilitate the dissemination of policy issues across the world. And this is why it really benefits the mass internationally. We are very, very excited to be here with you today. Let's start the G20. Dr. Srividya.
Thank you, Dr. Virginia. That was a wonderful start and a very good, very elaborate introduction about our community partners. Well, on that note, Educate Global, along with the community partners of JSF and iGen Global, iGen, IIO, R&D Creativity University, and New Zealand, developed this novel initiative of G20 International Youth Cabinet to cohort channels and to open its doors to the younger generation like you all from diverse backgrounds worldwide. This platform invites students as participants to present their insights, inferences, contributing to UNESCO's Sustainable Developmental Goals. This initiative aims to address the following agenda and the contributions made by the youth that will help to shape up the program's outcomes. When we talk about program's outcomes, what could it be? So we designed the preamble of the program outcomes. That means, in other words, the agenda is the plan of action for the people, planet, prosperity, peace, and so on. And it also seeks to strengthen the universal peace in a larger freedom. So we, together on this initiative, recognize to eradicate poverty in the first place in all its forms and dimensions, including extreme poverty is the greatest global challenge and indispensable requirement for sustainable development. All countries and stakeholders acting in collaborative partnership will implement this plan along with us. We are resolved to free the human race from the tyranny of the poverty and want to heal and secure our planet. We are determined, along with you, the youth, to take the bold and transformative steps to bring the paradigm shift across the globe onto the sustainable and resilient path. We are here to embark on this collective journey to pledge that no one will be left behind in this process. And we stand in togetherness in action towards the 17 Sustainable Developmental Goals and the 169 targets that we are announcing to demonstrate the scale and ambition of this new creative initiative, which is called as G20 Youth Cabinet, where our youth ministers like you are the youth ministers going to take the lead to build on the Millennium Developmental Goals and stand as a role model and the leaders to complete these who did not achieve it before. And we seek to human rights and achieve the gender equality and empowerment of women and girls and integrated indivisible and the balance between the three dimensions of the sustainable developmental goals of economic, social, and environmental needs. On that note, our goals and targets will stimulate the action over the next 15 years in the areas of critical importance for humanity and the planet, where we talk about people, planet, prosperity, peace, and also partnership. On that note, we have established this as our youth cabinet vision. Taking it forward, we always have our 17 sustainable goals as our mission, and our mission says that we are going to talk about people, planet, prosperity, peace, partnership, policies, protection, principles, and also the practice. That makes the P9 action that will contribute to the mission of the G20 International Youth Cabinet. On that note, we are proud enough to establish our logo among all people who are here, who have gathered here, contributing towards us. And imagine this is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth week that we have gathered on the Sunday platform to talk about the G20 series. So far, we have talked about Education 360, where our presidency was ensure inclusive, equitable, quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities to all. Moving ahead, we talked about women empowerment and youth empowerment as Sakti Spectrum and Yuga Yuva Go Global, participating in the presidency of a paradigm shift from the individual development to the leadership development and community partnership. Moving ahead, we talked about the digital skills and innovation with science with the stream, vocation, employability. That's with the next production, NPR production, where the presidency would state that initiate, innovate, incorporate, integrate, and innovate through the skilled workforce towards sustainability of Industry 4.0. Today, on this note, we are gathered here to talk about energy resources, sustainability, and employability. That there's efficient and sustainable use of natural resources with 3 R's. So on that note, when it comes to the 3 R's, what does it say? The G20 resource efficiency 3 R's efficiency dialogue was established at the G20 summit in Hamburg, Germany on 7th July 2017. Imagine, we are talking about it in 2024 by G20 members. And the key aim of this dialogue is to make the efficient, sustainable use of natural resources a core element of G20 talks. Since its establishment in 2017, the G20 members and the related stakeholders have advocated a resource efficient and sustainable global economy to promote sustainable consumption and the production patterns among the G20 in order to achieve the global sustainable developmental goals to combat poverty, take climate action, and protect the environment, as we have only one planet to live. In the light of these achievements in Germany 2017, the G20 Resource Efficiency Dialogue was held in Tokyo, Japan on 1910 October 2019, again under Japan presidency. As a result of that, it was agreed that to launch a website, specific website for G20 Resource Efficiency Dialogue, that is the R3 Dialogue, the main highlight of today's program, to ensure timely and regular sharing of information as mentioned as a roadmap for G20 Resource Efficiency Dialogue. Based on this agreement, the portal site was prepared and was launched with the support of the Ministry of the Environment across the globe throughout all the countries of Japan, including Japan as the main lead. So we can visit this page on and off to know the updates of the G20 Resource Efficiency Dialogue series. On this note, we open the forum today for all our participants, our eminent speakers who have joined us today from diverse background. Believe me, diverse background. We are all so proud to have you all here because it is from the youth. It is from the youth, for the youth, by the youth who is taking it forward. I'm so happy about the progress of this project, which has come up so well, where we are having day by day, the youth participation is increasing and the standards of the program, in collation, working in collaboration, it has really reached its direction. On that note, with immense gratitude from the bottom of my heart for all our community partners and also the speakers who have joined us today and the panel of eminent specialists. They are very key people who have worked with all these speakers from thread to thread, page to page. They have worked with these speakers. Worked with them means edited the presentation, compressed it off with all the inferences, with all the inputs. Big hats off to those eminent people who have joined us as a panelist, and they worked with them to present this program before us. So with immense gratitude from the bottom of my heart, I open the forum to all our eminent speakers today and also to all our panelists who have joined. Dr. Virginia is one among them representing from IIU. Dr. Lakshmi is one from IGEN. And Dr. Adibisi, thank you so much, is the representation from GSFN, and also Dr. Tanuja, who have joined us today from IGEN. With big thanks to all our eminent panelists. We open the forum for the speakers now. When it comes to the speakers, I just can't say how much thankful I am for all these people, the youth cabinet, who have prepared such beautiful presentation with so much of insights, so much of references that they are going to present before us today. And we open the topic number 1, R3 Dialogue, Alliance on Resource with S. Bharati. Topic 2, ensure access to affordable treatment services with Mr. Sunil. Topic 3, start implementing a material cycle with Dr. Vishnupada Bose and Hasan Sahib Fasiha. We open topic 4, align COVID-19 recovery measures with resource efficiency objectives with Gayatri Shankar. We open topic 5 with that is ensure that hazardous substances in waste are managed in the environment in a sound manner with Cyrus Shamakananda and with Mr. V.S. Shaktivel and Dakshita. We open topic 6. That is international cooperation and coordination to advance towards a more resource efficient and circular economy with Kavin R.K. Topic 7, trends in material consumption and waste generation, old versus new with Subaya Mahek. And topic 8, strengthen policy development and evaluation through better data and analysis with Tobek Chukwa and Deolu. If I'm right, I'm sorry, I think I'm getting your name right. And still we have got 2 more topics which are open for discussion, that is work towards higher value material loops and waste prevention, align sector policies with resource efficiency objective. On that note, we open the forum for today and we welcome Madam Ermina to take the lead. Thank you so much. Over to Ms. Ermina. Ms. Ermina.
Greetings to all of you. Welcome in this session, this great session. I have the pleasure to, yes, I am audible. I am audible.
Yes, you are. You are. You go ahead, please. Ms. Ermina, you can go ahead.
I am back.
Yes,
I am
you're back.
audible.
Yes, you are.
Congratulations for this wonderful topic. It is important to promote innovation in energy technologies and encourage the development of energy storage solution to make the use of renewable energy more viable. I am proud to represent today International Internship University, and now I have the pleasure to invite the first speaker with the topic trends in material consumption and waste generation, old versus new. Her name is Subia Mehek. She is student by Tech EEAB, Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. She is member IGEN and she represents this institution. Welcome, Sabia. Subi, are you there? I seen her. Yes. Subia Mehek. You are not audible. You can open your microphone. Okay, now.
Now, ma'am?
Yes.
Welcome, my dear.
You're audible now.
Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Sobia Mehek, a proud member of IGEN. Today, I am here to delve into a topic that resonates deeply into our collective responsibilities, old and new trends in material consumption and waste generation. It gives me an immense pleasure to speak in front of such an eminent scholars and with a heartfelt appreciation for this opportunity to contribute to this esteemed gathering, I get into my presentation without delay. Is my screen visible?
It's loading, dear. Yes, now it's visible.
So this is the overview of my presentation. Here I'm going to talk about what is mean by material consumption and waste generation, historical perspective, which means old and new trends, and also I explore the technical innovation and environmental benefits related with this and economic opportunities it has. And I finally conclude with some challenges and future outlook. So first of all, we have to understand what is mean by material consumption. So material consumption involves using various resources, including natural, renewable, and synthetic material for production, consumption, and other activities undertaken by industries, individuals, and society. So when it comes for waste generation, it involves using various types of waste materials as a byproduct of human activities, including production, consumption, and disposal process. This includes solid waste such as household trash and industrial waste, as well as specialized category waste like e-waste and hazardous waste. But the question may arise, why it's important to understand material consumption and waste management and generation and its trend. So understanding these trends is essential for mitigating environmental impacts, enhancing resource efficiency, and frustrating sustainable development at Google scale. So by comparing old and new trends, we aim to discern patterns, driver, and implication, providing valuable insight into the evolution of resources utilization and the transition towards more sustainable practices. So here comes historical perspectives, which means the old trends. Historically, material consumption was characterized by high reliance on natural resources and non-renewable materials. When it comes for waste generation, this was often unregulated and insufficient with limited recycling and waste management infrastructure. It has both influencing factors and environmental impacts. The influencing factors are industrialization, population growth, technical advancement, consumer culture, and lack of regulation. When it comes for environmental impact, it includes pollution, resource depletion, ecosystem degradation, climate change, and land degradation. So here are the emerging trends, which means the new trends. The emerging trends in material construction and waste generation are closely tied to principle of sustainability and the circular economy. These trends emphasize the importance of adapting practices that promote sustainable resource management, waste reduction, and recycling initiatives. Some key aspects of these trends are sustainable material selection, energy efficiency, waste reduction and recycling, circular economy principle, and life cycle assessment. This life cycle assessment helps identify opportunities for improvement and inform decision making to minimize environmental harm. Overall, these emerging trends in material construction and waste generation reflect a broader shift towards more sustainable and environmentally conscious practices in the built environment. Now let's see about technical innovation. The role of technology in shaping a new construction and waste generation practices is significant as it enables innovative solutions to address environmental challenges and promote sustainability. Some key aspects of technology's roles are sustainable materials and processes, digital design and modeling, smart construction technologies, and waste management and recycling. Technology plays a crucial role in waste management and recycling initiatives within the construction industry. Overall, we can say that technology serves as a catalyst for innovation and progress in sustainable construction and waste generation. When it comes to environmental benefits, adapting to new consumption and waste generation trends offer several environmental benefits, including reduction in greenhouse gases emission and preservation of natural resources. Also, adapting to circular economy principles such as designing out waste and pollution and keeping products and material in use for longer promotes resource efficiency and reduce environmental pollution and degradation. We should understand that sustainable consumption practices contribute to cleaner air and water, healthier ecosystem, and provide public health. And it also has some economic opportunities like growth of green industry, job creation, innovation, and technological advancement, cost saving through resource efficiency. Now, this has both challenges and future outlooks. When it comes for challenges, it includes cultural and behavioral shifts, economic initiatives and affordability, lack of awareness and education, infrastructure and supply chain limitation, and future regulation and barriers. It also has more future outlooks like shift towards circular economy models, innovation in sustainable materials, digitalization and data analytics, collaboration and partnership, consumer awareness and demand, and policy and regulation support. Examining the past patterns and influencing factors to explore emerging trends and future outlook, it is evident that transitioning to new consumption patterns and sustainable waste generation practices is imperative for creating a more resilient and equitable future. With this, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Subbiya Mehak. May we request one of the IGEN panel members to summarize Subbiya's presentation, please? Dr.
Sure,
Lakshmi?
ma'am. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am. A very good presentation, Ma. Subbaiah Meg. Given a presentation about trends in material consumption and waste generation, old versus new, and you have explained about what are all the material consumption and how the waste generation is being done, and historical methods in the old trends, and what are the emerging trends available, and what is the technical part, innovation part, and what are the policies to be followed, and the environmental benefits and economic opportunities. And also you have told about the challenges and the future outlook, and you have explained about the product life cycle. That is where the cycle is being going on. The material consumption involves by using various resources like natural renewable resources, synthetic material, and also the fossil fuels, biomass, etc. And you have explained about how the waste generation is being created, and the importance of understanding the material consumption and waste management. There is understanding the trends that are essential for mitigating the environmental impacts and also enhance the resource efficiency. And you have compared the old and the new trends, and explained about the historical methods, old trends. In the old days, we have used many fossil fuels. So because of that, the waste generation has been taken place. So what are the influencing factors for this waste generation is mainly industries and the technological advancement, and we are lacking in the following of a regulation, and also the population growth and the consumer culture, and all you have explained. And because of that, what are all the environmental impact being created, like pollution, ecosystem degradation, land degradation, and the resource depletion. Because of all these things, the climate change, which is a very, very major issue, is taking place. And what are the emerging trends in material construction and waste generation? You have explained more about the sustainable material generation and how we can use that renewable energy for a greater to create energy efficiency, and how to reduce the waste, and how we can make it as a recycling one, and the lifestyle assessment also explained. And you have told about the technological inventions, like how to use a sustainable material, because by using that sustainable material, what are all the things, smart construction and waste management and recycling you explained. And we are lagging in policies, so that also explained how to make the policy as a regulated one. And by making all this into a role, what are the economical benefits we will be getting, and what are all the economic opportunities we can get from them. That is growth of green industry, and job creation, workplace for development, and cost saving and efficient improvement, and market opportunities, and making the competitive advantage. And because of all these things, what are the challenges we are facing? The cultural behavior shift, and then economical incentive, and because of the lack of awareness and education among the people, and the infrastructure supply chain, and how to follow the policy and the regulatory barriers, how to overcome those things. And also the future outlook, we explained about the circular economy model, and the innovation in sustainable material and digitalization, and in data analytics, collaboration and partnership with others, and the consumer awareness, and also the policy and regulation support. But so by explaining all these things, you have created an awareness to among us. Thank you, Ma. Very all the best for your research.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi. Ms. Armina?
Thank you, ma'am.
I think we lost Ms. Armina there. Yeah, that was a very comprehensive presentation indeed. We do accept with you, Dr. Lakshmi. And big congratulations to Ms. Subbiya Mehak. That was a tremendous effort that we could see that you have put in collecting all those data and analytical research work that you have done throughout, and then summarizing it with a beautiful conclusion, saying that relating it to the present world trends of a circular economy, and also towards sustainable finance, which is a key thing to take things forward, to take all these initiatives forward. Thank you so much, Ms. Subbiya Mehak. It is wonderful having you, and we would like to have you further for other sessions as well. Over to Madam Ermina to welcome the next speaker. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's go to the next speaker. She have the topic 3RS Read Dialogue, Alliance on Resource Efficiency. Her name is Bharti. She is student of Megatronics, student coordinator IGEN. Welcome with us today, dear Bharti.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much.
Good evening, my dear.
Yes.
Bharati, which class are you studying?
I'm doing diploma in mechatronics second year.
Okay. Second year.
Yes.
Which
I have
university?
PSG.
PSG. Okay.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. So I'll be starting now. So today I am very grateful to be talking about 3Rs at RE Dialogue, something that we have been hearing every day. So 3Rs, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and we are all trying to work on it. But I still believe if we have more and knowledge and more sharing about this, we can surely do more. So I firstly like to thank IGEN for giving me this opportunity, and everyone over here for also calling me here. Okay.
Please go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, so today I'll be talking about the urgency for. Oh, there's something on my screen. So today I'll be talking about the resource efficiency, the urgency for resource efficiency, and the 3 R's. The 3 R's in the RE dialogue, and a few of the success stories to actually know that it still works very good. So what is these 3 R's and what is the RE dialogue? So reduce, reuse, and recycle. These are the things that 3 R's mostly comprises of. And the RE dialogue is one of the G20 platforms. So where all the member countries come together and share their knowledge so they can have best practices and policy initiatives to create resource efficiency. So the main why do we need resource and why is it so important is because we have an increasing demand. There's a lot of growing population that's affecting our need and our production also. So the more the demand, the more unsustainable resources we are using. So we need to change this kind of economic system and have a more circular economy so we can have it more sustainably. And we need to use degradable resources. So while we use unsustainable resources, so it harms a lot of the climate, the pollution, it causes global warming and a lot of problems that really is questioning our existence itself. So we need to change and switch over to using degradable resources. And energy efficiency, I think this is where we can really start with reducing, and instead of using excessive amounts of energy and leaving a lot of unneeded electronic components on, we can use it efficiently and audit our energy to ensure that the total energy that we are using is comparatively reduced. And resource scarcity, like the first point, the resource scarcity is also like the demand and the production ratio is not at all very comparable. So we need to have the good amount of resources too. So the 3 R's, that's reduce, reuse, and recycle. So reduce, we must minimize the resource consumption and ensure that we buy lesser, just buy the things that we need instead of using and buying the things that we want. There's a big difference between that. And we can also use everything efficiently, not only energy, all the other resources too. And reuse, we can give used items a new life by maybe donating clothes or repairing a few of the furniture instead of just throwing it away and buying a whole new one. And we can reuse many other things like the reusable bags and for shopping and all of those things. And recycle is where we are processing the used materials into new products. So this way we can minimize the amount of waste. And we must firstly sort the waste and dispose it properly, like these colorful dustbins that I've showed over here. So the degradable ones and the non-degradable ones, glass and all of those things can be separated, and then it can be recycled much more easily, and to ensure that we are minimizing the waste. So the collaborative, it must be a collaborative effect. And why we need the 3 R's RE dialogue is to ensure that we have strengthened resource efficiency. So we need to have a lot of efficiency to ensure we are not using excessive resources or waste, or not using the things that we already have effectively. And we need to promote circular economy, so we ensure that none of the things are just going to waste and ending up in landfills or any of the efforts for that matter. Everything should be circular, so we ensure that it's a cycle and not a linear progress. And we can address environmental challenges by using these few of the 3 R's ways, and ensuring that we are living a more sustainable life and enhance the competitiveness and economic growth. So overall, we can also be developing constantly and also ensuring that it's totally sustainable. So what is the things that have made the difference using these 3 R's is firstly the Rwanda plastic ban. So Rwanda is in 2008, it is the first African country, nation to completely ban non-biodegradable plastic bags. So in this way, they have reduced the amount of harmful things that they're using, and they have reused the cloth bags and the reusable materials. So change the kind of shopping bags that they use, and recycling. So I believe recycling has also given a lot of new jobs for many people. So this, I see this as a way of circular economy. So we can still also employ people and ensure that we are also saving the environment. And the second is the Japan's deposit return system. Oh. So the Japan's deposit return system is where they have a highly efficient recycling system, so they can reuse and reuse their beverage containers, and they recycle them by minimizing the new waste, and they produce new materials from it also. So this way they have a recycling rate of 99%. So all the PET bottles that they use and 84% of the aluminum cans that they used have all been recycled. So this way they can constantly also promote the 3 Rs. And Patagona's own wear program. So it is a entrepreneurship. So it's a startup where they are
My dear, sorry, Bharati, sorry to interrupt you there. Your
It is
presentation is coming upside down. You
Yes,
need to
tilted.
rotate it. Tilted. It's just upside down.
okay.
Yes, now now you can start sharing.
I'll share it again.
Yeah. Sorry, dear.
Yes. One second.
Yeah, no issues.
Or shall I share the screen, ma?
I think that's better, ma'am.
Bharati? Okay, ma'am. Bharati, shall I share my screen, ma?
I got it, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
You're welcome. Yes, dear. It's loading. Please go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. So the last one, that's the Pentagona's own wear program. So here they are using the encouraging the customers to buy less and promote durable products. So they offer repair services. So this way the customers can trade, and the shop also gives them credit. So the clothes have a second life, and this has been more sustainable. So they have diverted over pounds, a lot of thousands of pounds of clothes from ending up in landfills and ending up as a lot of waste that can't even be reused. They have saved all of that and ensured that we are having a more sustainable life. So we can also join the movement just as citizens. We can also join the movement by using resources efficiently, so we can minimize the amount of consumption that we have and always reuse the things and maybe recycle at a smaller way. So during our IGEN, we had a program called Waste to Wealth. So we can produce something on the waste to make it something useful. So these are the things that I wanted to share today. And I have understood the G20's 3 Rs RE dialogue through these links. And that was about my presentation. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Bharati. That was a wonderful presentation. And it had really the whole content of exactly the R3 dialogue. What is it all about? And before we go ahead, maybe request Dr. Lakshmi or Dr. Tanuja to do the summary for Bharati.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So the 3 Rs and R is dialogue, building a sustainable future through resource efficiency, has been very good, very elaborately explained by Bharati Sendil Kumari. Very nice presentation, ma. You have explained about the urge of resource efficiency, and you explained what are the 3 Rs, and the 3 Rs are in dialogues and the success stories behind that. What is the call action we have to take, and all those things you have explained. That is, you have explained about the population. The population is increasing, so the resource demand is also increasing, and the unsustainable resources are harming our environment like pollution, climate change, and the biodiversity losses. And he also explained about how we can use the energy in an efficient manner. And as of now, we are having the resource scarcity, which is impacting us in economic stability and also the social well-being. And you explained about 3 Rs, that is reduce, reuse, and recycle. And you told about all these 3 Rs in a very good manner. And you have taken some studies also about this, like a plastic bag ban, and the Japan has told about the deposit return system and the own wear program, and you have explained about that. And you explained the champion. We have to join in the as a champion for the resource efficiency. So each and everyone has a role in promoting our resource efficiency, and also we are in a position to understand what is the 3 years for our G20 and how to build a sustainable future. By giving hands together, we have to build a sustainable future. You have explained that in a very good manner. Thank you, Ma, a wonderful presentation.
Thank you, Dr. Lakshmi. Thanks for that beautiful summary. I hope everybody will accept with me on this platform today. Bharati Sindhul Kumar, she has really represented herself as an ambassador of G20 Youth Cabinet by welcoming everyone to take part in this initiative, saying that everyone can contribute. And of course, one of the objectives that we have is no one is left behind. As such, every single participation is like a pearl drop in the ocean, and every single contribution is towards for that noble cause. Hope everybody will accept with me. And that was a brilliant presentation, Bharati. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the
Yes,
support.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Each and everyone has to take a measure so that we can make our environment a clean environment, ma'am.
What you say is exactly right, man. It starts from your own environment, and then it just takes on to the community, and then to the country, and nationally and the international level and the global level that we are thinking about. Sure.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. So definitely Bharati has become the child is a father of the man today. Thank you. Over to Madam Ermina. Thank you. Madam Armina is having a poor connection there. I know that she has already messaged me. So our next speaker for the day is Dr. Bishnu Pada Bose, who is not a new face to us because his support has been immense, and every single, I think every single week he is here with us. Welcome, Doctor. A warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Dr. Bishnu
Thank
Pada
you.
Bose is going to speak on implementing a material cycle. Implementing a material cycle. Following who have given suggestions for how to go about the R3 of how to have recycle, renew, reuse. Dr. Bishnu Pada Bose is going to elaborate more on this particular topic of implementing a material cycle. A small introduction about Dr. Bishnu Pada Bose, who is a PhD or doctorate here, who has joined us. It's a great privilege to have you among us, sir. Madam Ermina is back. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Madam Ermina, I request
Welcome.
you to do the introduction for Dr. Bishnu Pada Bose. Thank you.
Sure. For sure, it's a pleasure to introduce Dr. Bishnu Pada Bose, PhD. He is an Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, India, project manager, ITC Limited. He represents GSFN today, and he have the topic start implementing a material cycle. We are eager to see your presentation, Dr. Bishnu.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Dr. Bishnu will be summarized by Dr. Adibisi. Dr. Adibisi is here with us, I think.
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. So we'll ask Dr. Vishnu to present himself. Thank you.
It's just a minute. It's actually
No
here also network is very slow.
I think all of us, we have problem with the network today. But we are here.
Yeah. Because we don't value the network, but we value the net worth of our presence over here. That's the thing.
Exactly. Bravo. Good.
Your screen is loading, actually, Dr. Vishnu. That's what we are able to see. I think everybody's seeing only that.
Yes, ma'am.
My screen is visible.
Yeah, it is loading. Can we help you in one way, Dr. Vishnu? If you want to share the presentation, the chat, one of us will be. Yeah, it's loaded. It's loaded already. You can go ahead.
Yes, madam. Am I audible to clearly audible?
Quite audible, Dr. Vishnu. You're quite audible.
Okay. Uh, okay. Very good evening, all respected dignitaries, respected speaker, respected guests. I'm Dr. Vishnu Bose. Like to recycling of iron or tailing waste for processing construction material. It is actually a experimental project. It is already started to commercialize in few areas of Odisha where mine tailing is available freely. Specific environmental impact of iron ore tailing waste. Why I have choose this material to use for in the civil engineering field by processing construction bricks. This is the major issues with iron ore tailings. To keep this waste safe, this is the things. Tailing them chances to failure, seepage, toxic element from tailing storage area to entire surrounding ground, leachate generates from tailing storage area and pollutes entire underground water and soil. Fine dust generates from leachates and pollutes entire surrounding areas, damaging ecology and biodiversity. This is one of the picture in the Brazil where trailing dam has failure due to certain reasons and 15 village has destroyed. This is the realistic image. In general, tailing is the fine particles consisting crushed rock and mixed low value minerals residues. The estimated global tailing production 14 billion tons in 2010 and worldwide production rates of mine tailing has been estimated as a range is between 5 to 7 billion ton per year. Huge amount of waste producing every year. Recycling and reuse of tailing waste through the circular economy model is a viable, sustainable solution which help to minimize risk in terms of tailing dam failure, related environmental problems, resource optimization, and deliver a valued return on investment by mining companies and stakeholders. This is the actual area where I have considered to take waste from this area. It is located in Odisha district in India. This is actual Google map. The image is showing it is a waste dump. I don't know, sorry, tailing dam. This is the experimental process I have performed in the laboratory. Around 1 year, I have performed this experiment. So iron ore tailing available freely, and I have mixed fly ash and river sand with the tailings and binding material as well, and prepare a bricks through the different engineering process. This product already success and it is commercialized in Odisha. So first we collect the materials, iron ore tailing fly ash. Fly ash is a filler material, iron ore also filler material, and binder material used as a part portion of cement. Then we have pulverized these materials, then characterize this material through the electromagnetic microscope methods. Then mix this material, including binder materials and filler material as well, and perform different batch of experiment, and finally it is proven as compared to we have compared this mechanical engineering property with a traditional building materials like bricks, and it is result is very good at in satisfied Indian standard code, American standard code, British standards code. So it definitely is same as like as barn clear brick. This is the actual tailing dam picture storage every day, and this dam is still failure. Maybe nearest surrounding area devastated situations arise. This is the chemical composition we have tested in the laboratory and different material we have used in the experimental process. Though it is a very big experimental process, but part portion I am showing over here. In the iron tailing, the silica, alumina, ferric oxide, it is actually pozzolanic behavior is showing. If these three composition exceed 70%, that means pozzolanic characteristics is there. That means this material can be suitable for processing of building materials. This is the actual experiment in the laboratory. Brick we have made through this process. This is the bricks and testing machine also in the bottom. Universal testing machine we have tested the bricks, and we have achieved the good engineering and mechanical property which is satisfied Indian Standard Code and other related codes worldwide. This is the mechanical property of the bricks, compressive strength. Finding accelerated weathering test. Finally, we have tested also is called weathering test. How this material will react in the surrounding weathers. The compressive strength of iron or tailing bricks are higher compared to the fly ash bricks with same cement content and ordinary fired clay bricks. The accelerated weathering test, high speed water jet and ultraviolet irradiation for a total duration of 200 hours following the ASTM G53 standard method. The mechanical properties of the sample remain unchanged. Thus, IoT bricks are likely to have a long life without deterioration. The leaching tests show no alarming percentage of leachate formation. This is a successful test we have performed in the laboratory. This is the prototype of the brick sample. Exactly in the prototype is same as the commercial bricks available in the country. This is the some data, comparative data, how percent of material we can use to get the better mechanical and engineering property, and at the same time the rate. So costing it has shown in the right side column almost around 5 rupees, whereas traditional barn clay brick is 12 rupees per bricks in Indian scenario. That's what these things are gaining great acceptance in India and other country also. Iron ore tailing constitutes significant quantities of hazardous solid waste in many countries, causing serious environmental problems. Develop a process technology to use these waste materials to replace natural aggregates such as sand to make bricks for varying percentage of IoTs, iron ore tailing. The process will release a vast expanse of land presently being occupied by the waste material. The process promotes the circular economy philosophy of take, make, use, recycle, and beyond, as harmful waste material is put back to a new life cycle while converting them into wealth. To make a transformational change to managing tailing waste through the circular economy concept, all the factors and barriers needs to be addressed properly, which will make most feasible and successful model towards valorization of tailing waste and will success the mission zero waste. It is actually scalable business model because nationals and governments should take the initiative to mobilize this type of entrepreneurial initiatives. Then it will come out with a great success. Thank you so much. This is my small presentation, but it is a very big experimental process. I have shown very partial part of this my process. Thank you so much.
Very true, Dr. Vishnupada Bose. And we do truly accept your presence among us. And it is always a pleasure having you amidst us. Before I invite Dr. Adebisi to summarize Dr. Vishnupada Bose, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce a new badge for the speakers who have participated in the session. And that is, we're going to select one male speaker for all the sessions. I mean, we have planned about 10 sessions. For all the 10 sessions, there's going to be one male speaker who will be chosen for this badge and one female speaker who will be chosen for the badge. Likewise, we also would like to have one badge these badges will have UN representation with the logo and your registration number as a volunteer and a speaker with UN. And you, as a UN volunteer, one male person will be chosen for this prestigious badge, and one female volunteer will be chosen for this badge. So, on that note, we open the forum to all the speakers and volunteers to take active part in it, such that your contribution is more and it is validated with the chart, your time access and your contributions and your performance, and everything is being monitored, evaluated, and such that when we present the badge, there is a proper record which will really recommend your validation, and it will be authenticated by UN. And so that your number will be a prestigious number that you'll be carrying it forward through and through with the prestigious UN logo on your badge, and you will become a certified UN volunteer permanently. So we open the forum now, and may I request Dr. Adibisi to do the summary for Dr. Vishnupada Bose.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And please permit me to be off camera.
It's fine,
It has
Doctor.
been a long week.
It's a privilege to have you. Only your presence is more than enough, Doctor. Please go ahead.
Different activities, yes. Professor Vishnu Padabose has been a wonderful contributor on this platform, and always when he comes around, dish out statistics and a huge contents and also solutions. Yes, this is another solution from Prof, and he is talking about the iron ore tailing waste. And iron ore tailing waste is actually from the mining of the iron ore, like he has said. And he has been able to go far to tell us how the conversion of this very waste has been researched and also has been carried out at different stages. And most importantly, the standard process of by which he has been able to confirm, which is actually located in Odisha in India. And one of the aspects that he mentioned that is very, very relevant for upcoming researchers is the chemical composition, which is focusing on the poisoning. You see, it is not enough to know how to convert waste to reusable products, but to understand are there any contaminants that can even hamper health, that can cause another problem to the human well-being. And that is the aspect that I want us to actually focus on as we are learning in this very process. Chemical composition poisoning, we mentioned that, and also the strength of the brick that they have been able to produce from that very waste. He mentioned that, and the weathering test. Weathering test is also very, very important, because it will be very unaware that you will be using certain materials to construct a building, and you don't know when the building can expire, can collapse. And if we notice what is happening around the world, there are so many buildings collapsing. And when we have earthquake and even natural disaster, how well can these very building materials withstand and it is a part of the adaptation and also resilience. And he was able to actually carry us through this very process. And the last one that I want to mention is the mechanical capacity of this very brick, which is very, very important. What is mechanical capacity? Like I have said, he said that when this very iron tailing waste brick was tested, that it can live as long as the building is existing, because that was what the presentation actually presented focus on, that it has a long life, long longevity to stand as long as the building is existing. The brick is also very, very strong, and the strength is not diminishing. And at the end of the day, he concluded by saying that if we are talking about circular economy, the aspect that is very, very critical there, relevant to this one, is actually the recycling. They're recycling from the waste to the wet and useful material. And he made mention that, of course, it has created a business model that is scalable. And of course, when we are talking about no employment, I think this is another opportunity for our government and for different stakeholders to look into. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Really, we really appreciate, and we are running out of words because Doctor has got a severe internet problem at the place from the place where he is represented here himself today among us. Really, he is a real inspiration and no word to really, thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much. And same with Dr. Virginia. Madam has developed an allergy, like she's continuously sneezing, but still she wanted to make her presence. Yes, Dr. Virginia, I can't move further without hearing you here at this point, please. Muted.
Include me in the other one. Include me in the next one. Because I was actually out and I just came back to join. So no disrespect. I know that it was amazing, but I went out and I came right back out. So include me in the next one. I am here.
Yes, in general, like so far now, 3 presentations are over. Actually, 3 were, I have no words to say, really. Fantastic. And that's how the contribution, the main thing is youth is taking forward. That's what is the whole objective is all about. And they are representing it. And the projects that they have analyzed and they have worked on it so well, whether it is Dr. Vishnupada Bose or the other 2 girls who have spoken, it was immense. It was fabulous. Fabulous means fabulous, really. Thank you so much. Thank you. Over to Madam Ermina. Madam Ermina, we would like to hear from you, and you can call the next speaker also.
I am here always. Yes, instead of connection problem, I'm here. I go, I come, no problem.
We have been missing this beautiful face. Believe me, we have been missing this beautiful face.
I have the pleasure now to invite the next speaker. She's a young girl, Asan Saheb Pasya. She had the topic start implementing a material cycle also, and she's a student by CSAEOT, Abdul Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. And today she represents iGen. Welcome, Asan Saheb.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, dear. We are so happy to have you here. You can start your presentation. Fasiha.
Everyone, myself Fatiha from Christian University. Thank you, Aizen, for having me here. Today, my topic is start implementing a material cycle, which was already by Dr. Vishnu Padabos, sir. And my topic overview is sustainability, GRS, material cycle, stages of material cycle, and be sustainable. Sustainability refers to the ability to meet the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs, like environmental sustainability, social sustainability, economic sustainability. Environmental sustainability means it is an ability to maintain an ecological balance in a managed natural environment and conserve natural resources to support the well-being of current and future generations. What we do in this, like preserving natural resources, which involves using resources wisely, minimizing waste, and promoting practices like renewable energy, etc. In promoting ecosystem, combating climate change, etc. Like this, we do mainly in environmental sustainability and social sustainability. Social sustainability, which is means when the formal and informal processes, systems, structures, and relationships actually support the capacity of current and future generations to create healthy and livable communities. Like in this Basic human needs, meeting basic human needs and promoting social well-being and respecting human rights, which is very important, and economic sustainability. Uh, this refers to practices that support long-term economic growth without negatively impacting social, environmental, and cultural aspects of community. Okay, and this is GRS, which is already discussed by Bharati, but I will keep it short. Reduce, it means focus on preventing waste in the plant in the first place. Reuse, extend the lifespan of existing items. Recycle, transform waste material into the new product. This for really important in material cycle. And jumping into the main topic. Material cycle. It means material cycle is the continuous process through which natural resources are extracted, processed, and used, and then return to the environment. Here we can see the natural process and like material cycle of the natural process, right? The plant will get the sunlight, and then plant derive the raw materials, and it will made it as paint and applications and biodegradability, it will return back to the plant. And this is the material cycle of nature. And there was some different stages of material cycle, like extraction, processing, consumption, waste generation, recovery and recycling, disposal. When it comes to extraction, what we do in this? Raw materials are extracted from the environment, such as mining for metals, logging or timber, or drilling for oils. This all will comes and extracted. And processing stages, extracted materials are then processed into usable forms, such as refining crude oil into gasoline or turning logs into lumber, that is, woods that being processed for the use of building materials. And consumption. The processed materials are used to manufacture products that we use in our daily lives, such as cars, furniture, and or clothing. Waste generation. During consumption and use, waste products are generated, such as packaging materials, food scraps, or worn-out clothing. And the fifth stage is recovery and recycling. Some of waste materials can be recovered and recycled into new products, reducing the need for virgin resources. And the final stage is disposal. Waste materials that cannot be recycled or disposed of in landfills or uh, incinerated, which will have negative environmental impacts. And this is the material cycle stages. And here we can see this graph, the material cycle graph, a schematic diagram showing the importance of four class of materials such as ceramic glasses, composites, polymers, elastomers, and Um, metals and the evolution of engineering materials time. Using materials, we have been innovating many different kinds of materials, low weight, high strength, etc. We use these materials. We are making underground pipes, aircrafts, and automotives, etc. components, etc. And there are many different kinds of fibers like carbon, glass, ormide, etc. Like we are innovating many new materials nowadays, and in this, one of the main tasks is to know how to manage the material waste. This will take biggest role in the material cycle. The and we jump into importance of material cycle. reduces resilience for virgin resources, and they reduce pollution, they conserve energy, they create jobs. Challenges to material cycle. Like, if you have a positive, there will be negative too. So this are the challenges to material cycle. So technological challenges, technical challenges, economic challenges, and behavior challenges. In the technical challenges, some materials are difficult or expensive to recycle, and new technologies are needed to improve recycling rates for complex materials. Like Dr. Vishnu Padabos sir have said the newest technology using the iron ore, the technology uses with IoT, using IoT, how they really managed waste, etc. He gave the biggest example to this. And the next one, economic challenges. Recycling can sometimes be more expensive than using virgin materials due to factors such as cost of collection, sorting, and processing. Behavior challenges. Challenging consumer behavior to reduce waste and encourage recycling can be challenging. And how we can really improve this material cycle, developing the new technology, investing in research and development of new technologies for recycling and reusing materials. Um, some technologies are like advanced plastic recycling technologies. Like there have been number of innovations in the recycling of plastic waste, including the development of methods for separating, processing different types of plastic, and the use of new technologies to convert plastic waste into the new products. And the recently Kenya has companies such as Mr. Green and Coco recycle plastic into cargo blocks, fencing posts, and providing the raw materials for recycling into different products, both locally and internationally, respectively. Like this, there are many more technologies that are introduced in the worldwide. Um, Improving waste management infrastructure, increasing sustainability consumption, implementing policies and regulations. And here is the slogan of my presentation. Live simply so others can simply live, reduce, reuse, recycle. Thank you.
Fasiha, I really like the last slide. Live simply so that others can simply live. Amazing.
Live simply.
Uh,
Thank you, ma'am.
but from where did you get this inspiration to have this slogan?
Not about like material cycle, no, ma'am. So if some people reduces their needs to things, everything will go down, no. Some people reduces their needs. Some people can live freely.
Amazing.
It can be practiced in some people, but it can be struggled in some other people. No.
That's true. It's otherwise called as the
You got it.
quintessence. Yeah, exactly. So we don't speak less. Less is more. The other word to say is less is more. That one line, tagline, which says it all. Thank you, Fazega. Well, maybe request Dr. Lakshmi to do the summary for Ms. Fasiha.
Yeah, ma'am. I have joined, ma'am. I'm Tanuja. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. Welcome. Welcome on board. And Dr. Tanuja is one of the panelists. Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, very good presentation, Fazia. Congratulations. As ma'am told, the quote, live simply so others can simply live. It means
Thank you, ma'am.
more for 3 hours. Thank you so much. And she has covered entire things about the circular economy. She touched the point about the material cycles. Particularly, she focused on the technical challenges, economical challenges, and behavior challenges. That is really true. So what we are facing, so even the recycle we are talking about, there are a lot of constraints in the recycling. The industry persons has to took over about that. She touched on the point. It's very good. And similarly, the way to improve the material cycles, that is very good. Developing new technologies. Yeah, recently many technologies are developing to uh, that is to create, to do what are the technologies to improve the recycling part. And also she touched upon the sustainable conceptions and implementing policies and regulations. Very nice. That's all about that. Congratulations once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tanuja. Over to,
Thank you, ma'am.
yes, thanks to Faziha also for the wonderful presentation. Over to the boss of the day, Ms. Armina.
No, you are the boss of the day, beautiful Sridhya. Let's go to the next speaker now. He had the topic strengthen policy development and evaluation through better data and analysis. A great topic. His name is Tobiaku Diolu. He is co-founder LNC Green Prospects Climate Justice Advocate. Very good. And he represents GSFN today. Welcome, Mr. Diolu.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good
I don't know
afternoon.
clear enough.
Do we have Dr. Adibisi? Dr. Adibisi, would you like to do the summary for Mr. Deluptu?
All right, fine.
Yes. Okay, sure. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
All right. So I'll try my best to.
You're muted. So you're muted.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's afternoon over here in Nigeria. So I'm Tobichiku. You all tried to pronounce my name. That was impressive, right? I'm Tobichiku Diolu. I'm a climate justice advocate. I've been in the social work space for over 10 years. I've been part of major policy development, especially grassroots data, secondary data providers, and we've worked especially in vulnerable communities in Nigeria. And over time, I've clamored for effective data collection, effective data analysis as a driver for development, before we can. And as much as I would have loved to have a presentation, right, I'll just prefer to talk from my experience. I don't know if you don't mind, right? And I know we all here are, we're strong in our different fields. And from experience, I just feel like I should share 2 or 3 of my experiences and how it's very important that we prioritize data collection, data analysis to drive the right policy, right? In one of my social ventures in the Niger Delta, Nigeria, right, last year we went to a particular community and we were supposed to conduct a needs assessment because in Nigeria, there's a particular policy that before you develop, and it was part of what we fought for and struggled for, because we know that before you create any developmental prospects, or before you go into any community, before you tackle any social vice, you must have sufficient data, because data is like driving a car without seeing what is in front of you. Data gives you the right understanding of the situation. Data gives you the right understanding of the problem. It gives you, because every country has their specific problem. And this entire climate change discourse, I've been a part of climate advocacy, especially as relating to adaptation for communities that are worst hit by the climate disaster. I discovered that before you do any intervention in any community, you must understand their specific problem. You must be able to conduct SWOT analysis. You must know their specific problem. There was a particular community we went to last year, and I discovered that as much as this community has been greatly affected by oil spillage, from oil companies, it's a coastal community. And, many of these donors just wanted to start bringing food items and a lot of those stuff. But we decided that, no, let's go to this community. Let's conduct needs assessments. Let's do data analysis. Let's go there and take data and see what their problem is exactly. And going into that community, I discovered that one of their greatest challenges, after doing our research, collected data, we did evaluation, we did livelihood analysis, and we discovered that one of their greatest problem in the community was they have a very high infant mortality rates. And that's because of the bad water, bad environment. Most of their children don't live up to 2 years, right? They have a very bad. So when you're doing intervention in a community like that, you first of all prioritize their needs, because you can't. It's a bottom top. Sorry, I don't know. I have a low battery. It's a bottom top approach to development. You have to take it from bottom to the top, right? In the sense that you are addressing a specific need as a result of the data you have gathered. But most times what we have is policymakers they sit down in their high chairs and try to estimate or, create intervention plans, strategies without knowing the issues. And that's where we begin to have misplaced priorities. That's where we begin to have a lot of funding going to the wrong places, because there's no data to back up the policies. There's no data to back up their intervention strategy and intervention plan. And so it's very important that, for every intervention, for every crisis, for every solution-based framework we develop institutionally, at the government level, NGOs, social clubs, it has to be driven by understanding the issues, understanding the details of those communities and the population, and then understanding the distribution of the issues and priority. And that can only be done by having sufficient data to drive that framework, right? So you go into a community, the first thing you do is you need to know the population distribution. You need to understand what's the percentage of women, what the percentage of men, what are their issues, who are the most vulnerable people. How do we now begin to strategically implement plan to address their specific issues, right? Because you're already pre-informed, you already have data. These are the amount of schools we need to build. These are the issues that So data is very important when driving solution. In my experience, I've seen that you cannot drive development without sufficient data. And I try to make this presentation as brief as possible to stress that data is like the eyes that see, right? Before you drive, you must make sure that you are able to see properly, navigate the road. And so data just gives you that information that helps you to navigate framework, help you to develop a very concise and precise strategic plan to implement development in any community or in any country that you are driving development. And as we navigate, or as we now begin to transit towards a circular economy, we must understand the specific issue for every community we want to develop a framework for. We must know that, okay, this is the issue, this is the amount of waste they produce, right? This is their carbon footprint, and it's data that will give you that. For every company that we want to begin to effect change or create new policy, we must know their ESG, we must know this is their carbon footprint. So we now give them, we can now have measurable laws to say, okay, look, you need to reduce this in this measure, you need to reduce that in that measure. I think that gives you the right indices to now begin to drive and push for policies. And I'll just round up by saying this, and I don't want us to forget that data gives us an insight before we begin to drive or push for any solution-based project. we need to have sufficient information about what we are doing and the community we want to make impacts. Thank you very much. I think I've made my point.
Definitely, you have actually. So I think like with the reference work, with adequate reference work and evidences being, tailored upon. So definitely we'll have the requested data on board and on any portal, even the R3 portal, people can just contribute through newsletter and through surveys as such with the relevant data which is required. As you rightly said, we are there with you to emphasize on the point. Data is very, very important for any such initiative. So on that note, maybe request Dr. Adibisi to do the summary for Mr. Diallo.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I think, can you hear me very well? Am I
Yes.
am I audible?
You're audible. You're audible.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I've known Mr. Diodu for quite a while, and he's very fast in that very area of the policy making. He has been working with organizations and the government on these very ideas, and he's a practical man. I think that's why he brought in the experience that he got from the fieldwork that he went to. Yes, but I would have loved that. Okay, this is not about climate change. I would have loved that you show your documentary about that very fieldwork. Summarizing what he has actually presented, there are a few things that he has been able to point out that before even deciding on any project, there is need for data. Data is very, very important because if we are talking about solution, and definitely it was based on information that has been verified and also evidence backed and everything like that. And that is the reason why the way he was trying to put out the explanation, it is very complex. Data is very complex because data in different fields are different in the way and manner they are being treated. And that is really why what we are even doing here now is like we are generating a data. We are trying to generate information based on the experiences of the different stakeholders that are here. So data is very complex something, but we just need to just add a few from what he has been able to say that apart from that, it helps to strengthen the policy and also to develop an agenda, as there is need to look at some elements of the data as a system or as a process or as a kind of a thing that is very important in solution provision, and that is the source. When we are talking about the source of the data, it is very, very important. The tools that we use in collecting or in collating or even processing that very data is very, very important. Then the processing mechanism or the processing method or system is very, very important. Then analysis. The way the data is being analyzed is very, very important. And also after that, the accuracy of all this process, the accuracy of the source, the accuracy of the tools being used, the accuracy of the processing, the accuracy of the analysis, because data is very complex. From experience as a researcher, you can have information and you don't understand the information you have even gathered if you don't know how to analyze and interpret. So summing up everything, there are three concepts that are very, very relevant in the data, and that is evidence. It must be evidence-based. You can generate information, but what the evidence must be clearly shown, whether pictorial, whether experience, whether fieldwork, survey, case study, or something. Then it must be transparent. It must be explainable. Your data must be explainable. It must be transparent in a manner that you are going to share it or you are going to even explain it. Then the last one is that it must be relevance. Relevance is what is going to tell the people that are going to take decision on it or make decision on it that okay, it is actually needed. Then at the end of the day, why are all these things are very important for humanity? Number one, to set priorities. Priorities. Okay, the world is faced with hunger. The world is faced with the climate change. The world is faced with the waste challenges. The world is faced with even hunger, poverty, and everything. But if we have the data at the moment, we will all agree that the priority based on the data available now is the climate change, because it is affecting everything. But it is because of the data that we have been able to understand or understood that is telling us that our priority for now is this. So, and the next thing is the alternative. It is going to tell us what are the alternative. After priority, we have the alternative. That is secondary things that we can do to complement the priority to make a kind of it. Then at the end of the day, why do we need all these things? To make decisions. Decisions at different levels: local level, state level, regional level, global level, even at individual level. And that is the reason why data, I will say, maybe is a driver of life existence and purpose. Thank you.
Very, very true. Brilliant. Really. Thank you so much. Thanks to both of you. Like, it is very, very true. As such, like, yes, exactly. I do agree with you, Mr. Diallo. The thing is that when you go in for an analytical report, whether it is audit report of qualitative analysis or quantitative analysis always speaks with numbers, evidences, and they're facts, and you can't change them. They're more related to the numbers and numerical aspect of it. When it comes to the quantitative analysis, as you rightly said, it relates to the governance factor, it relates to the compliancy factor, it relates to the other evidences which has to go as a proof, authentication, and also with the declaration of validating such kind of reports is very key thing. And that only summarizes the data as such. Very true to agree. We truly agree with you on that point, really, to both of you. Big hats off to you. Thank you so much. Over to Madam Ermina.
Yes. Let's go to the next speaker. Next great speaker. We have Gayatri Shankar with the topic Align COVID Recovery Measure with Resource Efficiency Objective. She is a student with a BS Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology, and she represents iGen today. Welcome, Gayatri.
Thank you, ma'am. Is my screen visible, ma'am?
Yes, it is. You can try going on the slideshow mode if you can. Yes, it is. Please go ahead, Ms. Gayatri.
A very good evening to one and all present here. I'm Gayatri Shankar, currently pursuing my BTech Triple at BS Abdur Rahman Crescent Institute of Science and Technology. And today, let's look into the topic Align COVID-19 Recovery Measures. Align COVID-19 Recovery Measures Resource Efficiency Objectives. These are the contents we are going to look into. COVID-19, impacts of COVID-19, need to align COVID-19 recovery with resource efficiencies, strategies for aligning recovery measures for resource efficiencies, and impact of COVID-19 on resource efficiency, implementation challenges and solutions, and conclusion. First, let's see what is COVID-19. COVID-19, short for coronavirus disease 2019, is an infectious disease caused by the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. It was first identified in December 2019 in Wuhan, Hubei province, China, and has since spread globally, leading to one pandemic. Symptoms of COVID-19 can range from mild to severe and can include fever, cough, shortness of breath, fatigue, muscle aches, headaches, sore throat, loss of taste or smell, and diarrhea. Impact of COVID-19 includes economic impacts and environmental impacts. In economic impacts, recession and economic downturn, job losses and unemployment, disruption of supply chains, small business and vulnerable sectors, government stimulus, recovery efforts. In environmental impacts, we have reduction in carbon emissions, impact on wildlife and ecosystems, waste generation, water and air quality, and also renewable energy and sustainability. Why to align COVID-19 recovery efforts with resource efficiency is that to prevent the consolidation of high carbon, high inequality development paths that might persist for decades. This approach seeks to capitalize on other opportunities created by the pandemic to foster sustainable development and achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The current recovery efforts often include substantial amount of funding, but only a small fraction goes towards environmentally friendly measures like renewable energies. Additionally, the distribution of recovery funds tends to favor fossil fuels industries over green alternatives, leading to concerns regarding the sustainability of the recovery itself. The strategies for aligning recovery measures is that green infrastructure investment, sustainable agriculture and food systems, public awareness and education, policy integration and coordination, monitoring and evaluation. In green infrastructure investment is to allocate recovery funds towards investments in green infrastructure projects such as renewable energy installations, energy efficient buildings, sustainable transportation systems, and water conservation initiatives. These projects not only create jobs but also promote resource efficiency and environmentally sustainability. In sustainable agriculture and food systems, they practices that promote resource efficiency, soil health, and biodiversity conservation, invest in agricultural resource and extension services to promote sustainable farming techniques such as organic farming, agroforestry, and conservation agriculture. In public awareness and agriculture, they raise the importance of resource efficiency and sustainable consumption patterns through education campaigns, workshops, and outreach activities. And also encourage individuals and communities to adopt more sustainable lifestyles and consumption habits to reduce their ecological footprints. Policy and integration coordination ensures that resource efficiency objectives are integrated into broader policy frameworks for economic recovery, climate action, and sustainable development. Coordinate across government departments and agencies to align policies and programs towards achieving resource efficiency goals. And lastly, the monitoring and evaluation establishes mechanisms for monitoring and also evaluating the effectiveness of recovery measures in achieving the efficiency objectives. Regularly access progress towards targets and adjust policies and also the strategies as needed to optimize outcomes. And the recovery measures for resource efficiency is that promoting circular economic practices and also sustainable resource management. In promoting circular economic practices involves implementing policies and initiatives that encourage the reuse, recycling, and repurposing of materials, and also it supports the business that adopts circular economic practices and principles. The sustainable resource management involves the developing strategies to optimize resource use and minimize waste, and also investing in technologies and processes that improve resource efficiency in it. The impact of COVID-19 on resource efficiency is that involves changes in consumption patterns and changes in resource use. In changes in consumption patterns, COVID-19 has led to significant changes in consumption patterns with a shift towards online shopping and increased demand for essential goods. This has resulted in increased resource use for packaging materials, transportation, and also energy consumption. In resource use, with disruptions in global supply chains and reduced production in certain industries, this has led to the decreased resource extraction and also lower levels of waste generation. There are some implementation challenges in this. There are limited funding and resources for implementing resource efficiency measures, lack of awareness and understanding of the benefits of resource efficiencies, and also the resistance to change and the reluctance to adopt new practices. Here are some proposed solutions for those challenges, like increased funding and financial incentives for resource efficiency projects, raise awareness through education and outreach campaigns, provide training and also support to help business and organization implement resource efficiency measures, and to foster collaboration and partnerships between government, business, and communities to drive resource efficiency initiatives. Lastly, I would like to conclude that aligning COVID-19 recovery measures with resource efficiency objectives is crucial for sustainable and resilient economic growth. And by prioritizing resource efficiency, we can create a more sustainable future and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. It was a wonderful presentation, Gayatri. Really quite comprehensive, but very short indeed. But it had all the contents. Maybe request Dr. Tanuja to do the summary for you, dear.
Yeah, ma'am, thank you. Wonderful presentation, Gayatri. You have touched all the points about the line COVID-19 recovery measures. Really, it is a very amazing presentations you have done today. Actually, yes, the world is facing an multi-dimensional crisis that demands and coherent policies responses. You also touched the point about the challenges about the COVID-19 and resources efficiency. It is true the COVID-19 crisis has further highlighted the vulnerability of the several of our basic systems, including healthcare, social protections, and also education's value chains, production network, financial markets, like that, etc., etc. So this what our sustainable development goals is relevant today, as they are aimed to transform the systematic condition that these vulnerabilities of our societies and economies has to be changed. And also you have yes that there is proposed solutions. You have touched the point on the proposed solution. There is to increase the funding and financial incentives for resource efficiency. It's great. Yeah, that's all about that. Thank you for your wonderful presentation, Gayatri.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Madam Tanuja and Gayatri. Yes, it was indeed a wonderful presentation where you have touched all the points which are related to the resources conservation and the policies that are to be implemented and followed up with. Thanks. We will
Thank
take
you,
all
ma'am.
your references into account. Thank you so much. Madam Martina, whom we are going to call next?
Let's call now. Let's go further with I am here, Sunil. I am audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, good. I was thinking that I lost the connection, but I am still here. This is very, very good. Let's go further with the topic. Ensure that hazardous substances in waste are managed in an environmentally sound manner with V.S. Sakchivel, student Biotech ACA, Doctor, MG Air Educational and Research Institute, and he represents today IGEN. Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
My pleasure.
Good evening to the esteemed chief guest and the distinguished speakers. I am incredibly honored to present before you today. I am V.S. Shaktivel, All-Land Event Head of MJ IGEN, and I am representing my institution, Dr. MJ Educational and Research Institution. I am pursuing my fourth year BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering. And let me share my screen.
The screen is loading.
In today's conference, I want to stress the critical importance of proper disposal of hazardous waste. This type of waste includes materials like chemicals, oils, and electronic equipment that can harm our environment and health if not handled correctly. Did you know that each year approximately 400 million tons of hazardous waste are generated globally? That's a staggering amount that requires careful management. To tackle these issues, strict regulations are in place worldwide to ensure safe disposal. Yet, despite these efforts, improper disposal remains a significant problem. For instance, in the United States alone, and there were over 12,000 reported incidents of illegal dumping or mishandling of hazardous waste in the past year. These incidents not only harm our environment but also pose a threat to human health. Investing in proper disposal methods is crucial for specialized facilities. Like hazardous waste treatment plants plays a vital role in neutralizing or detoxifying these harmful materials. However, setting up and operating these facilities can be costly. In fact, the global hazard waste management market was valued at over $25 billion last year, highlighting the scale of investment required. Let's see about the types of hazardous waste. The hazardous waste include the varieties of materials such as the toxic, flammable, corrosive, and reactive. Properly identifying and categorizing these waste is crucial for their safe handling and disposal. Regulatory framework. Compliance with regulatory requirements is vital for sustainable hazardous waste management globally. There are over 4 lakh regulations governing hazardous waste disposal to protect the environment. Risk assessment. Through risk assessments are vital for identifying potential hazards associated with hazardous waste. Studies show that effective risk assessment can reduce hazardous waste related incidents up to 70%. Proper storage and handling. The proper storage and handling of hazardous waste are critical to prevent accidents and environmental contamination. Inadequate storage contributes to approximately 10% of hazardous waste spills annually. Safe transportation. The safe transportation of hazardous waste is paramount to prevent spills and exposure. Each year, there are over 20,000 hazardous waste transportation incidents globally due to improper handling. Treatment technologies. The various treatment technologies, including incineration, chemical treatment, bioremediation, are used to neutralize or detoxify hazardous waste. The global hazardous waste treatment market is projected to reach $45 billion by 2025. The implementation of waste minimization strategies reduces the volume of hazardous waste required disposal. Recycling alone can decrease hazardous waste generation by up to 50%. Community engagement. Engaging with local communities and stakeholders is essential for promoting the awareness and understanding for the hazardous waste management. The emergency preparedness. The developing emergency response plans and conducting regular drills are crucial for handling hazardous waste incidents. Companies with effective emergency response plans experience a 30% fewer accidents. Monitoring and control. The continuous monitoring of hazardous waste sites and facilities is vital to ensure compliance and detect potential environmental impacts early. Regular inspections can prevent up to 80% of hazardous waste-related environmental damage. Public health. The mismanagement of hazardous waste can lead to a severe public health impact. Studies have shown that the communities living near hazardous waste sites have a 20% higher risk of respiratory illness. Corporate social responsibilities. Incorporating sustainable hazardous waste management practices demonstrates corporate social responsibilities. Companies with robust sustainability programs experience a 50% increase in the customer loyalty. International collaboration. International collaboration and knowledge sharing are essential for addressing global challenges in hazardous waste management. Partnerships between countries can lead up to a 25% increase in adaptations of the best practices. Future trends. The advancements in technology, regulatory framework, and sustainable practices are shaping the future of hazardous waste management. Companies investing in innovation see a 20% improvement in waste management efficiency. In conclusion, conclusion, the sustainable management of hazardous waste is vital for protecting the environment and public health. By adhering to best practices, regulations, and embracing innovation, we can ensure a safer and healthier future generations to come. And I extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. L. Ramesh sir, K. Anita ma'am, and G20 committee members and my institution for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Shaktivel. That was a wonderful presentation indeed, talking about the risk management system. And I think it's very key thing that we all should agree that in removing hazardous substances, the risk management system and the compliancy factor plays a vital role in collecting data, relating it to the other speaker who was mentioning about collecting data and also like implementing strategies to have a very safe and secured environment for all the learners, not only the learners and also the users. Say, for example, even the lab equipments which are there, they have to be checked every now and then, especially the chemical laboratories in schools, colleges, and universities. We need to check the working system of that and the acids and the alkalis which are being removed from the lab should be removed on a day-to-day basis very safely so that it doesn't create any havoc. So very true, and a practical solution and a practical example. More that it is very key thing that we need to remove this hazardous substances very carefully, and the data has to be maintained for for creating or having a very sustainable environment for further use. On that note, may we request Dr. Tanuja ma'am to summarize it for Mr. Shaktivel. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Srividya ma'am, you are rightly pointed out about the risk assessment. Yes, that is in all kind of ways the hazardous waste must be treated very carefully, and it has to be stored and handled properly. He has covered everything in his presentation. He also sorry, excuse me. He also talked about the storage and handling and risk assessment in the hazardous waste collections. And also, he talked about the treatment process, the treatment technologies, particularly the bioremediation. Nowadays, they are talking about it. It is a very eco-friendly method by which the most of the waste has been treated. So he also touched that point, and also he talked about the waste minimization. Definitely, it has to be taken into care nowadays. The UN goal is also they are talking about the key point they are mentioning about the waste minimization. He talked about in his presentation, and also rightly pointed about the community engagement and the social responsibilities. Yes, Shakti, will your presentation is very good and informative. You have touched all the points. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Shaktivel. Thank you so much. Touching on that very practical note, I think it's time to invite the next speaker on board. Over to Madam Ermina, please.
Yes, my dear Srividya, I'm here. Let's go to Dakshita with the topic ensure that hazardous substances in waste are managed in environmentally sound manner. She is a student, Ology Tech School, innovation enthusiast, and she is the representative of IDEN today. Welcome, Dakshita.
Of class 7A studying in Ology Tech School.
Pardon me, I missed that. Can you please come again, dear?
I'm Dakshita of class 7A studying in Ology Tech School.
Which school?
Ology Tech School.
Ology Tech School. Okay. What's that young green means? Young green?
I'm too young. I'm the 7th grade. So.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I do agree with that. That's really great. Brilliant. So I think you are the youngest speaker so far we have had. 7th standard. A big round of applause for Takshita. What are you going to speak today, Takshita? Please.
I'm going to talk about biomedical waste prevention.
Please go ahead. We are waiting to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes. I'm before you go ahead with your presentation, I've got a very small request. I know you are representing IGEN and Dr. Tanuja will do the summary, but we have got a very passionate educationist with us today, Dr. Virginia. Madam is sick actually. She is not well. She has been affected by all of a sudden she has got allergy and Madam is not able to really contribute to the to her fullest. Before Madam leaves, like Madam will speak to you something about today's topic. Okay, Dakshita, you can go ahead with your presentation. Thank you.
So today I'm going to deliver a presentation on the topic biomedical waste prevention. So first, let's see what is biomedical waste. So it is a waste excretion involves the burning of waste produced by hospitals, veterinary facilities, and medical research facilities. These wastes include both infectious and waste as well as non-infectious general housekeeping waste. Biomedical waste or hospital waste is any kind of waste containing infectious or potential infectious materials generated during the treatment of humans or animals, as well as during the research which involves in biology. It may also include waste associated with the generation of biomedical waste that visually appears to be medical or laboratory origin. For example, packaging, unused bandages, infusion kits, and etc. So here you can see a pic of segregation of biomedical waste. So we have 5 types of bag, and green bag is used to dispose general waste, kitchen waste,
Dakshita?
paper, tissues, bottles, and etc.
Dakshita, you want to share your screen? You want to share your screen? There is a green button there. Just click on the green button. Wait for 2 minutes. Just 2 seconds. It will load. It will go to your desktop. Click on the presentation. Yes, now it's screen sharing. It's sharing now. It's loading. Yes, it is visible. Definitely visible. Thank you so much. Go to slideshow, please. No, not from the beginning, from the current slide. Okay, please go ahead. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Yeah. We have 5 types of bag, and green bag is used to dispose general waste, kitchen waste, paper, tissues, bottles, and etc. And red bag is used to dispose infected plastic, syringe, gloves, and plastic waste. And yellow bag is used to dispose infected waste, anatomical, chemical liquid, cytotoxic, laboratory waste, and expired and discarded materials too. Blue bag is used to dispose glassware, antibiotic vials, and metallic implants, glassware material, except cytotoxic. And white bag is used to dispose sharp needles and cut glasses. So now let's see what are hospital waste mean. So these are highly infectious and can pose a major hazard to human health. But we have to handle it with significantly and selectively. Discarded blood, sharps, unwanted microbiological creatures, and stocks and also identifiable body parts, including amputation-related body parts, and for other use like human tissue or animal tissue, and used bandages, dressings, discarded gloves, and other medical supplies that may have come in contact with blood and body. For example, infectious hospital waste too. According to the surveys conducted by several organizations, India's health facilities are not paying enough attention to waste management. Following the publication of the biomedical waste handling and management Rules 1998, these facilities are gradually streamlining the waste segregation, collection, treatment, and disposal process. To enhance medical waste management awareness among youth, periodic training and monitoring are essential due to poor awareness and practices among healthcare staff. Special emphasis should be placed on proper personal protective equipment usage. Precautionary measures like immunization should be prioritized for waste handlers and sanitary workers to mitigate risk associated with the medical waste handling. So, the stakeholders of biomedical waste management are involved in the process of disposing medical waste typically include healthcare facilities, waste management companies, regulatory agencies, and sometimes local municipalities or governments. Each plays a role in ensuring that medical waste is properly handled, transported, and disposed of according to regulations and guidelines. So, do you know how people are affected by biomedical waste? The chemicals from the waste can pollute the air, water, and land. Needles, sharps, and lancet are in household, put municipal waste or handlers at risk. If these needles or sharp are infected, a prick from them can cause blood-borne infections like human immune virus, hepatitis C, and hepatitis B. Thank you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Dakshita, we should really thank you for your participation today amidst us. It's not just because I'm exaggerating, I'm overwhelmed with joy because today is the ultimatum that we wanted things to happen. A child of your age coming and representing your school for a social cause is what we are working for. And today, all our efforts, hardships have realized its rational, its fruit by one name, Takshita. We are so proud of you, dear. We are so proud to have you. And we thank you wholeheartedly for taking part in this program. Thank you so much. I have no words. Thank you, dear. Thank you.
Thank you, Rakshita. Actually, we are very proud of in this forum to have you as a speaker. So, and also you have proved your dedication and commitment to the society. Particularly, you are concentrated upon the biomedical waste. Really, very proud to talk on this topic because there are several waste we are managing. Particularly, this biomedical waste, it has to be taken care. Otherwise, it is a very serious problem if it is not handled properly. You attached all the points. What are the rules? What are the duties of the occupier and operator? And what are the hierarchy to be followed? That is collections, starting from collections, segregations, and disposals. So you have given a very wide explanations. What are the different bags to be that is to be maintained, and how it has to be properly disposed and it is transported. Everything. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Once again, really, thank you so much, Dakshita. Really, talking about biomedical waste management from grade 7 is just unbelievable. And I think the child has really covered all the points, talking from hospitals, healthcare facilities, waste from industries, the chemicals which are being mixed along with all the water bodies. She did not leave any, she did not leave any leaf unturned when talking about the infectious and hazardous materials. And also, she has raised a concern saying that all these policies have to be looked into, reviewed, and a stringent waste management has to be in place to have a very clear check on pathological, radioactive, chemical, and also the pharmaceutical and different kinds of things that she was mentioning. Very true. It all contribute to the biomedical waste management rules of 2016. Thank you so much, Dikshita. Would love to have you for every single session that we're going to have. Thank you so much. And with you, I would like to place a request to you openly on this forum. Along with you, I want more and more students to come and participate. And it is your duty as an ambassador for G20 Youth Cabinet to bring more and more students on board. Thank you, Dakshita. Thank you so much. Dr. Virginia, I know you will not be able to open your screen, but still I would love to hear your voice at least before you leave. Thank you, madam. I think we lost ma'am there because ma'am was really sick and ma'am was affected on her eye because of the virus, and she was also sending me pictures as such. We really miss Dr. Virginia today. Her golden voice and her most inspirational smile that she always shared with us on this platform, giving a big boost and enthusiasm for all the young leaders. Thank you, Dr. Virginia. We really love you and we really miss you today. Thank you. Please do take care of yourself and hope you will get well soon with all our prayers and support. Thank you.
Please take care, ma'am. Please take care, ma'am.
I know we cannot afford to miss you. Well,
not there, I think.
I know, yeah, ma'am has left, I think. I know she was really sick and she had sent me pictures of her eye, which has just infected so badly. Sorry about it. Over to Madam Ermina, whom we are going to call next, Miss Ermina.
Yes, I'm sure that Virginia will be soon. Very good. Let's go to the next speaker. I think we have just two. It's about Kevin. Kevin, please tell me if you are here. Assure me that you are here. Did you hear me? Kevin?
Yeah, he's
Hello?
here.
Oh, great. Let me the pleasure to introduce you. Kevin is a student. I'm at university, member IGEN, and he represents IGEN in this evening. And he have a good topic, international cooperation and coordination to advance towards a more resource efficient and circular economy. We are eager to see your presentation with your great topic, Kevin.
Kevin?
He was there actually.
Yes, he is there. He is there. Kevin, you can say something to see if we hear us.
Yes.
Okay, all is okay.
Share your screen, Kevin.
Now the stage is yours, Kevin.
So good afternoon to all the present here. I'm Kevin and I'm from MIT University and I'm going to present the topic International Cooperation for a Resource Efficient and Circular Economy, and I'm a proud member of IGEN, that is Green Institution of Green Engineers, and this is my table of contents. So firstly we are going to start understanding resource efficiency and circular economy. So firstly we are going to see what is resource efficiency. Resource efficiency refers to the sustainable and efficient use of natural resources, including material and energy, water. It involves minimizing waste, reducing resources consumptions, and optimizing resource use throughout the entire life cycle of a product or process. Resource efficiency aims to achieve economic growth while minimizing environmental impact and preserving natural resources for future generations. Circular economy. Circular economy is an economic system that aims to eliminate waste and promote the continual use of resources. It is based on the principles of designing out waste and pollution, keeping products and materials in use, and regenerating natural systems. The circular economy aims to decouple economic growth from the resource consumption and reduce the environmental impact and production of consumptions. So we are going to see about challenges and opportunities in the segment. Challenges: limited awareness and understanding of the concept of circular economy, lack of policy frameworks and regulations to promote resource efficiency, high upfront cost and investment required for transitioning to circular business models. complex global supply chains, and lack of transparency in material flows. Resistance to change, reluctance and to adopt new technologies and practices. Opportunities. Economic growth and job creation through the development of circular economy industries. Reduc- Reduction in resource consumption and waste generation leading to environmental level benefits. Enhanced collaboration and knowledge sharing among the countries, organizations, and improved resource security and resilience in supply chain disruptions. International efforts and initiatives. There are lots of international efforts and initiatives taken by non-governmental organizations, governmental organizations, various private foundations. The first one we are going to see is United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the well-known one SDGs. SDGs provide a global framework for countries to work towards sustainable development and address environmental challenges. Goal 12 focuses on ensuring sustainable consumption and production patterns, which includes promoting resource efficiency and circular economy. European Green Deal. European Green Deal is a comprehensive plan by the European Commission to make Europe's world's first climate neutral continent by 2030. The plan includes initiatives to promote the circular economy, both the Circular Economy Action Plan and sustainable product initiatives. Ellen MacArthur Foundation. Ellen MacArthur Foundation is a global non-profit organization that promotes the transition to circular economy. The foundation works with business, governments, and academia to develop circular economy initiatives and share best practices. Key stakeholders and partnerships. Government agencies. National government agencies play a crucial role in setting regulations and policies to promote resource efficiency and circular economy practices. International organizations such as United Nations Environmental Programme and European Union (EU) also provide guidance and support bases in this area. Business and industries. Companies across various sectors have a responsibility to adopt sustainable practices and develop innovative solutions to reduce, reuse, and consumption of waste generation. Industry associations and business networks can facilitate acknowledging, sharing, and collaborating among the business, research institutions, and academia. Universities and research institutions play a vital role in conducting research and development to advance resource efficient technology and the process. Collaboration between academia and industries can accelerate the adaptation of the innovative solutions. Key stakeholders and partnerships include non-governmental organizations and international partnerships, financial institutions, and investors. NGOs and environmental organizations advocate for sustainable practice and raise awareness about the importance to reduce efficiency and circular economy. They often work in collaboration with governments, business, and stakeholders to drive changes. International collaborations and partnerships are crucial in addressing global resource challenges. Initiatives such as Ellen MacArthur Foundation, Circular Economy 100, the World Circular Economy Forum bring together stakeholders from around the world to share knowledge and the best practices. Financial institutions and investors. Banks and investment funds. Financial institutions are increasingly integrating environmental, social, and governance (ESG) criteria into their investment decisions, including funding for projects supporting the circular economy. Impacts investors. Investors focusing on social and economical often impact on support business and initiative promoting resource efficiency and circularity. Best practices and case studies. Circular economy hubs. Circular economy hubs initiative in Scotland bring together business, government agencies, and academia to promote circular economy practices and innovation. These hubs serve as the collaborative spaces for exchange of research and pilot projects aimed in advancing the circular economy agenda. Zero waste initiatives. Cities like San Francisco, California have implemented comprehensive zero waste initiatives which aim to divert as much as waste possible from landfills through the recycling, composition, and waste reduction strategies. These initiatives involve collaboration between local government, business, and community to achieve ambitious waste diversion goals. Waste to energy projects. Waste to energy project converts waste material into energy, reducing the need for landfill space and dependence on the fossil fuels. The waste into the waste into energy facility comp, Compagin. Denmark is the example of successful project that is not only generate electricity but also provides distinct heat for the thousands of homes. Cradle to cradle C2C certification. The C2C certification accesses products and materials based on the environmental and social impact throughout the life cycle, encouraging the design of the products with the material that can be safely and effectively reused and recycled. Closed loop supply chains. Closed loop supply chains, the companies like Interface or Global Copper Manufacture have implemented closed loop supply chains where materials are recycled and reused within a production process. Interface Mission Zero initiative aims to eliminate the company's environmental impact by 2050, focusing on the recycling old carpet tiles into the new ones. Policy recommendations and roadmap. Policy recommendation. Implement extended producer responsible (EPR) program to hold the manufacturer responsible for the entire life cycle of the products, including collection, recycling, and disposal. Encouraging the development and adaptation of eco-design principles to promote the design of the products that are resource efficient, durable, and recyclable. Strength regulation and standard for waste management and recycling to ensure proper handling and treatment of the waste streams. Foster international cooperation and collaboration to share best practices, knowledge, and technologies for the resource efficient and circular economy initiative. Roadmap. Conduct a comprehensive assessment of the current state of the resource efficiency and circular economy practices in the country. Develop a national strategy and action plan for the transition towards resource efficient and circular economy, setting clear goals and targets. Establish monitoring and evaluation mechanisms to track progress and identify areas for the improvements. Implementing policy measures and initiative outlined in action plan, focusing on the priority areas such as waste management, product design, and resource recovery. Continuous review and update policies, regulations to adopt evolving challenges and opportunities in the resource efficient and circular economy landscape. By implementing these policies, recommendations, and follow a structured roadmap, government, businessmen, and communities can work together to realize the vision of the resource efficient and circular economy, contributing to sustainable development and environmental stewardship. In conclusion, fostering international cooperation for a resource efficient and circular economy is imperative for addressing global challenges such as resource scarcity, waste management, and environmental degradation. Collaboration among governments, business, and academia and civil society is essential to drive transition towards more sustainable economic model. By sharing the best practices, knowledge, and resource, countries can accelerate the adaptation of circular economy principles, leading to reduced consumption, minimize waste generation, and enhance economic resilience. As we collectively work towards the building of circular future, it is crucial to prioritize policy alignment, investment in innovation, capacity to build, ongoing monitoring evaluation, through concerted efforts and partnership. At the international level, we can create we can create a equitable, prosperous, and environmentally sustainable world for the current and future generations. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. May we request Dr. Talvijay to do the summary for Mr. Kevin?
Yeah, thank you, Kevin, for your presentation on resources efficiency and circular economy. And you talked about the challenges and opportunities, and also it addressed on international efforts and initiatives. And also you have pinpoint about the key stakeholders and partnerships, and also you addressed on best practices and case studies. Yeah. So that circular economy hubs and zero waste initiatives and waste to energy projects, and also you talked about some case studies on cradle to cradle, that is C2C certification and supply chain case studies, and also finally you touched upon the policy recommendations and its roadmap. Thank you for your wonderful presentations. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin, for such a comprehensive presentation, in which I think you are the only person who talked about the roadmap for the resource efficiency with a more recent commitment towards the action plan, relating it to the circular economy of 2015, where EC, the European Commission, has expressed its fundamental interest for sustainability and to improve the resource efficiency of not only the European economy but the global economy, enabling the transition towards a circular economy policies that have complemented the whole national and the global programs of RE and CE institutional advances that are still hanging around as targets which are to be achieved by the end of 2030. Hopefully, we should be able to achieve those targets with the analytical framework, with the three essential interconnected components of policy framework, economic intensive system, and economic side policies. Which are more related to the contextual strategies of REC and also EU of constellations. That just goes as a triangle, the golden triangle, I would say, that to be taken forward. Thank you so much, Mr. Kevin. Owing to that, moving ahead from that very insightful presentation from Mr. Kevin, I think over to Madam Armina to call the next speaker on board. Thank you.
Yes, I am here. Let's go to the last speaker. He's a great young with the topic ensure access to affordable treatment services. His name is Sunil. He's student Biotech Computer Science and Business System, Sri Sairam Engineering College. Welcome, Sunil.
So, hello all. Myself is Sunil from pursuing my bachelor's degree third year at Sri Sairam Engineering College, Chennai. So, it's my great pleasure to present in front of you all bright eminent speakers and one of the top people of IGEN and G20. So, I express my gratitude to G20 and IGEN as well. So, before any delay, I'll just move into my presentation. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is loading. I think.
One second. Now, ma'am?
It is still loading. Loading now, definitely.
Now, ma'am?
Yeah, but you should take your presentation to the screen, the pointer to your presentation.
Yeah. One second. Smart PPT available?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, screen
Fine.
is visible.
So today I'm here to talk about point 2, which defines ensure access to affordable treatment services. Let's move on to the presentation. So in olden days, the treatment was considered in three major ways, which includes superstitious belief, where diseases are often attributed to imbalances, evil spirits, or humors, which are the fluids in the body, fluids present in the body. And the second one is bloodletting and leaching, which includes a process of removing blood, was believed to restore the balance and treat various ailments through harmful conditions. And the third one is the most vital treatment, which has been carried out till this modern age, which is herbal remedies, which includes plants and herbs that are commonly used for medicinal purposes as well. So moving to the next slide. Going into the causes and effects, we have two causes, which includes individual problems and societal problems. Individual problems addresses the increased morbidity and mortality, which includes death rates, increased in death rates due to lack of medical treatments.
Sonal, you're not audible.
No, maybe his internet connection is a bit low.
Yes.
He can present it without the video.
You can switch off your video and present. I think he's connecting. Connecting.
Yeah, I could see.
Yeah, he's trying.
If there is any way that we can help Mr. Sunil? Mr. Sunil, would you like to share your presentation with us so that we'll be able to present it for you?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, he's facing some network issues. He will be back right now, ma'am. Just a few seconds.
Yeah, Roshni, you can share the screen so that you can talk, right?
Yeah, ma'am. I'll make some arrangements.
Mr. Sunil?
Mr. Sonal, if you have internet problem, let Roshni share the screen. Sunil, am I audible to you?
Yes.
Please, ma'am.
Yes, come back. Yeah, Mr. Sunil, you can try sharing the screen without your video.
I just can share my screen here.
Yes.
You switch off your video.
Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, as I said, when we move to the causes of lack of medical treatments, we get insufficient research and development in the older days, limited access to healthcare, high cost of medications and treatments, intellectual property rights, misinformation, and lack of awareness. Moving to the next slide, which specifically the chronology, where from the olden age to the modern early 21st centuries, we have been involved in lots and lots of improvement in medical conditions and treatments as well. In the prehistory conditions, early humans and replantation was involved. When moving into the medieval era, Egypt, Greece, Rome, and China were being evolving under medical treatments, including they were introducing new methodologies for the evolution of medicals. And when it comes to medieval era, modern medieval era, which includes human oral theory, monasteries, barber surgeons, Arab scholars, and many more, where anatomy and dissection, microscopes, fascination, and anesthetics were being involved in both medieval and early modern era. When it comes to 19th and early 20th centuries, the germ theory of diseases, antiseptics and antibiotics, public health initiatives, X-rays and imaging, and insulin were being involved, which is being carried out in the current stage as well. So, coming to the late 20th and early 21st centuries, the genetics and molecular biology, organ transplantations, minimally invasive surgery, immunotherapy, genomics, and precision medicines were being included, which includes a higher cost and the most modern technology as well in the case of medical treatments. So people behind the growth, there are lots and lots of people were being pillars of medical growth, but I've addressed four major people where their contribution speaks a lot for the history and the current stage as well. When it comes to public health and advocacy, Bill Gates have been involved in various donations where, for example, he has been contributing around $900 for the COVID-19 relief funds to the US government. So as a pioneer, Hippocrates is commonly known as the father of medicine, emphasizes observation and diagnosis based on natural causes. When it comes to medical research and discoveries, Marie Curie was the one who discovered radioactivity, leading to a new cancer treatments and diagnostic tools. And to the surgery and medical technology, Christian Barnard performed the first successful human heart transplantation, which is a more complicated process in the current age as well. So, moving to the fifth one, to the recent effects, the problem faced during COVID-19, where we have been partitioning into two sectors, which includes socio-economic impact and public health. The socio-economic impact includes economic downturn, where the government has faced many economical issues to recovery policies of COVID-19. Educational disruption were occurred where we can't be able to access the schools and colleges during pandemic period. And the public health, which involves spread of virus, easy spread of virus, and a lack of knowledge and treatment for the public at the initial stage of pandemic era. And when it comes to advanced measures during COVID-19, the public health and socio-economic impact were being involved. where development of vaccines and treatments, public health interventions, government support, and education adaptations as well. So the drawbacks of medical evaluation, which includes cost, where high development and research costs more higher, and accessibility issues where every people can't access due to economical conditions, psychological and social impact, which includes unrealistic expectations, where the pandemic period is a great example for that, and increased medicalized of life, and the medical risk and uncertainties involves unforeseen side effects and overdiagnosis and overtreatment. So for the future conditions, when it comes to methods, personalized methods will be evolved. Advanced therapies and technologies, robotic surgery, and minimally invasive procedures, focusing on prevention and early intervention. So, as possible, young generation are being the most involved in the future of medication evolution. So, where it involves proper education and skill development is required for each and every individual. Research and innovation, public health and advocacy, entrepreneurship and social impact, raising awareness about specific disease or causes. So, this terms that our young generation is most vital, plays a more vital role in the improvement and development of medical era. So thank you. The purpose of medicine is not to cure, but to restore the body's capacity to heal itself. Thank you for providing me this opportunity.
Yes, Dr. Tanujaman, I'll take it after you, please.
Yes. Thank you, Sonal, for your wonderful presentation. You have beautifully explained about the chronology for the medical eras. That was very nice, and you have touched how the transformations leads, and also for the people behind the globe. That point also you are touched, and particularly about the advanced measures during the COVID-19 and the post and pre-pandemic things you are discussed, and also about the medication risk and uncertainties, and what are the future conditions, methods you have detailed about that, and finally, what are the responsibilities about young generations should have. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Congratulations on it. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Tanujaman. Sunil, I wish that you have your video on now, because that was during the presentation we requested you to close your video. I think we should close. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Should we call you time machine?
Oh, fine, I accept, ma'am. I just run the presentation.
Yeah,
Actually, I have a network issue here, ma'am. That was a state where I run faster.
No, it's not your time machine in the sense I'm not talking about the situation that you faced, but your presentation of carrying us forward from the past, present, and relating it to the future. It was fabulous, as Ma'am was mentioning. Yeah, it was just the chronology, as we know, like we were talking about facts and evidences, and like data analysis, all those things that we have talked about in the beginning of the forum and in between the course of the forum. But you have summed it up so well with your chronology of comparison between the past, present, and the future. Like you took the past and okay, fine, from that we have learned it. And for the present, we are working on these challenges. And in the future, what is to be required? And you just took it over and put it on the shoulder of the younger generation. What do I say, Mr. Sunil? That's why I said that, okay, fine. Should we call you as a time machine, taking it forward? So that is brilliant, and we want more speakers like you for such a very analytical approach and the way you presented it. I'm quite impressed by the way you presented it. It's not that one factor that we're talking about, though it was only biological, though it was only the medical, the physical factor that you were talking and you were stressing about. You just took the other situational, environmental factors that contribute to it, and the environmental challenges that the people face, and what ought to be done to handle those challenges, to challenge those challenges as such, to resolute into action, and what could be the action plan as strategies and policies that ought to be evolved in the due course of action. Brilliant presentation. Thanks for it. And we wish to
Thank
have
you.
you, your friends, for the next session. Please.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And yes, we have come towards the end of the session. As I would like always give a chance to our partners, basically. So, Dr. Tanuja, we'll start with you. So, what do you think about today's session? And of course, Dr. Khalid Hamid is here. Dr. Khalid Hamid, would you like to say a few words?
Not here, right?
Yes, hello.
Yes,
Sorry.
Doctor.
Yes, how are
do
you?
hear. Yes, we could.
Yes.
We are good. Thanks for
Sorry.
joining us. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. It's amazing, actually. Thank you for your support. That's really amazing, fantastic work. But I'm so busy to arrange for my traveling. I have a conference in UNESCO. It's really I'm so busy, but I'm happy to attend your event because I learn a lot from you, Doctor. That's your really amazing working. I'm so happy for you, and also congratulations for successful event you did before. Successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Khalid. Yes, Dr. Tanuja.
Yes, ma'am. It's a really very informative session, ma'am. All the speakers they have covered the entire point, particularly on the waste management, and we are very proud to have the young champs, school students particularly, what the commitment they have taken. That is really wonderful, and we do got some informations, the presentation how they did. It's really wonderful. Thank you for you for creating such kind of pointers and then encouraging the young champs in our forum. Thank you, ma'am, and that's all about our forum. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Yes, Miss Ermina.
No, yeah, I am here. Every type of action in our lives has an impact on the environment, and we need to start by realizing what it is. I don't expect each of us to account for our every action, but a basic level of awareness needs to exist. Was an honor to be part of this great meeting today. I want to congratulate you, my dear Srividya, because behind of this wonderful meeting is your huge work. You are a great organizer, a great manager, I can say, because when you do a project, you must have the management of time, the management of team, and every it's surrounded by this word management, and you are great. Thank you so much, and thank you to all the people who was with us today, to all the speakers, all our panelists, and let me the pleasure to say again, our panelist expert, Dr. Virginia Rivera, Dr. Adebisi, Dr. Tanuja, Dr. Sais Prana, our speakers, great speakers, Mr. Diolu, Mrs. Subia, Kevin, Dakshita, Cyrus, Saktivel, Gayatri, Dr. Vishnu, Asan Saheb Fashia, Sunil, and Bharti. Thank you so much. You was all great presentation, and see you next time.
Very true. Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Miss Armina. That was today is actually a wonderful day, definitely. And like it is really realized it's rational. That's what I'm overwhelmed with joy. Like when we talk about circular economy and everything, some good learning I had in the half of the mid of the day, I would like to share today. Like it's from the renowned economist, Mr. Robinson, said the theory of means and ends. That is where there is a requirement and where there is a resource. How to connect it. There is always a requirement, there is always a resource. And the connection really makes it the whole thing meaningful. And as we all know, the human wants are unlimited, whereas the means and the resources are always limited. Therefore, the economic theory brings up the consciousness of maintaining the balance between the needs and the availability of the means. Therefore, what is very important, somebody has mentioned already there in the presentation, the prioritizing our needs. There is always a room for people's need, but there is no place for people's greed. That's what the whole planet is all about. And hence, the need is to be planned in the way of economic development, where it is the whole revolution of the economic development of an individual. It starts from a self individual. It is from the individual, from planning the economic development and the best utilization of the resources which are available. From self, it inflicts the family. From the family, it is forward to the society. From the society, it is moved to the community. From the community to the particular state. From the state to the national level, and then to the international level, and then it affects the whole globally. So this is how the infliction goes, and it inflicts the whole world. And the net of all resources is so summarized in value in terms of money that will include that is held in command with the country and the resources that are being imported, and also about the availability of the, you can take anything and everything under the sun, the availability of technology, infrastructure, population, people, HR, resource, anything and everything that goes as a, that contribute to the gross national value, product value. That's the important measure for any country's future development. So people should have a watch on that particular word. That's the gross national value that we need to think about. And how does it contribute? It's a fair income contribution or the distribution of the need and the want, satisfying that thereby we are able to satisfy the needs of all the citizens of the country and then taking to the global level. So that's how the theory of then comes when it comes to the theory satisfying to the global level. The theory of scarcity comes. That is, we are not able to satisfy the needs that are required at the global level, such that there is a conquer of need from the resource. So we are not able to balance it with the ecosystem that is being discussed on this platform so elaborately of utilization of the resources, satisfying to the economic agenda with a wider scope of the applicability towards the development of the culture, thereby finally where it all ends into, to make people aware, give them knowledge, share the experiences such that the culture of learning in a country being developed with an attitude, applicability, and responsibility for a social cause. So definitely, when we develop such a human-centric approach with a holistic application of the concept that is being involved into, such that when we talk about economic development, income growth, or employment, employability, or the standards of life, which all contribute to the prosperity of the nation, when we develop this kind of a culture, whom should we give the mantle to? So wholeheartedly, we all say that we will give the mantle to the younger generation, the youth, who's going to take it forward. So on that note, with big salute to our younger generation. So we will meet again next week with another beautiful topic. Any guesses? What could it be? Any guesses? When we talk about resources. Yes, Dr. Khalil.
Yes, I think, Doctor, about the technologies and also how we can create the platform special for ladies. If we can share that something, also training for ladies, and also if we can add also multilingual, because maybe there is many ladies around the world, maybe they don't know more in English. Maybe if we can share also in France, in French, or Spanish or Chinese, maybe you can find it more. I'm sure for that, especially
Thanks for
Arabic
that.
also.
Yes, sorry, Dr. Khalid. I would like to mention in this platform, thanks for the suggestion. And we already have an expert here. What do you think about Dr. Ermina? She can speak 16 languages.
Oh,
Am I counting it less,
yes.
Ms. Ermina?
Oh, yeah.
So very soon, thanks for the suggestion, and
Yes.
we will come up with that, and Madam will be able to help us. Though, if time permits, she's a very busy lady. She just
Yes,
sits and
yeah, it's
with a
lovely.
very
Yes, yes.
smile,
That's amazing.
but she's a very, very, very busy lady, but
Sure.
very committed.
Yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very
yeah. That's
committed.
amazing. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And one
Yes.
big role model, really, for all those who have to follow and who thinks that hardship, 99% is perseverance and 1% of luck. That's what she believes. So she's always on the work, 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 work. Really, hats off to you.
Great to hear,
Thank you
ma'am.
so much. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
So
it.
Very
Thank
good
you.
to hear.
yeah,
Really, really great to hear. I
yeah,
think next week we are going to address on health, right?
true, very true. Thank you so much. So next week, it's pink of health that we are going to address. Women's Day, as Dr. Khalid
Oh,
said.
wow.
I think, yeah, Women's Day, but we will be talking about health. Maybe health for women, health for all. Thank you so much. Thanks for those eminent speakers. I have no word to call. And such a brilliant support. I'm overwhelmed with joy. I'm overwhelmed with gratitude for all your contributions. And it doesn't stop here. As I always say, coming together is just a beginning. Staying together is a process.
Yes.
Working together is success. So we all should start working together such
Yeah.
that we are able to take forward, carry forward in our journey to realize our objective. Our objective is not today's session. It's way ahead, way forward. Sky is the limit, and it doesn't have a such a limit.
Yeah. I much
Thank you.
appreciate your powerful knowledge, Doctor. I'm so happy. Very successful for your all events. Thank you.
Thank you, doctor. And it's all with the team effort. I'm just a big zero without all their support. There is a big work going on, be it IGEN, all the IGEN mentors, like starting from Ramesh sir, Kavita ma'am, and Zakira ma'am, Tanuja ma'am, Lakshmi ma'am, Sendil Kumar sir, be it anyone from IGEN, like even engineers sir, like the immense support. They've been working with the students to bring all this to the fruitful. When it comes to GSFN, Dr. Raid Patakor, Madam Jessica, whom we have never seen, who is the pillar of support, who is structuring whole thing, and Mr. Green, Dr. Edibisi, Mr. Joe Steves, anybody for that matter, representing GSFN has been of immense support to us. And definitely the whole credit goes to IIU, without whose contribution the program would not have, be able to happen. I said, be it Madam Professor Nada, Madam Ermina, Dr. Virginia, and Miss Dr. Inga, who always makes it a point to give us a certificate, and also Dr. Piyush Pandit sir. And he has been renewed, he has been acknowledged as the Entrepreneurs Award for yesterday, and we take this opportunity to congratulate him for that. And definitely, it's all team effort. It's not that one person is behind the show. Never, never, never. It's all team effort, a brilliant effort by each one of them, and each one of them's contribution is so precious, so very precious. We hold it very close to our heart. It's so very dear to us. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to acknowledge our IGEN volunteer students, ma'am. They
Yes,
are working
yes.
very hard.
Yes, each
Actually,
one of
they are
them.
connecting. Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to miss
Actually,
any name.
sorry.
I'm so scared. It's Niranjan or Dhanush or Roshni,
Roshan,
Roshan Mohan or anybody.
yeah.
Yes, and there's so many of them, whom we should not, if we take names, then we will miss. And that's why we thought of acknowledging all those efforts, immense effort, commendable effort, stupendous efforts. What all? I'm running short of adjectives. I'm sorry. So it's like all those efforts should be acknowledged, and they should deserve. They deserve where they are supposed to stand. So this is just a pathway. This is just a gateway for them to take it there. And the objective is reaching there exactly where the voices should be heard, in the forum where it has to be heard. We will not stop until we make them hear the voices, give them an opportunity to present themselves in that forum where it has to be heard.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your inspiring words. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all. Until we meet again, it's adieu from me and Dr. Virginia, and also Ermina, and also our team, our all community partners. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Ms. Ermina, love you. Thank you. Thank you
Bye-bye.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See
Take
you
care,
next
everyone.
time.
Bye bye. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye.